Okay, hi Pisces. Welcome into your reading. We're going to go right into the last week of June. Wow. These days are just quickly advancing upon us. The moon fell out. It was actually a Pisces card. Just a second. I want to keep shuffling a little bit. The moon in general talks about secrets, things going on behind the scenes, whether you're keeping a secret or they're keeping a secret, or you're at work and maybe your bosses are discussing your performance and you don't know, you're unaware. It's something with that energy. It's also fear of the unknown. So, is there any more cards you want to drop out for the situation for Pisces, please? Last week of June. Struggling to make a choice or a decision because you don't know what the future holds. Things like that. Yeah, you are pausing and reflecting whether you should keep investing in a lover. Because you already put so much time and energy into this person, but you don't know what you don't know. All right, and I say lover because they're at the bottom of the deck, and right next to that is the lover, literally, the Queen of Wands. I do see you possibly starting a new chapter soon and ending this. I get that sense only because when you're in this state of affairs where you're pausing and reflecting, what has brought you to this point? So obviously you need to make a choice, because lovers is a choice anyway to begin with. But lovers is a profound connection you have with someone. That's why it's so hard to let go, unless you and the other person both decide that you're meant to be a couple. Now, if it's not a lover that you guys are dealing with and you're single as a Pringle, this could be somebody you work with in a partnership and you kind of need each other to function. You may or may not like each other, but it is what it is. You need each other. Moreover, with the lovers, if this going back to lovership, there's something on this paper of this person why it's not getting to the point of where you need it to be as a normal, healthy couple or relationship. Either one of you is married, maybe there's an age difference, maybe there's a religious difference, I don't know, but there's something fundamentally skewed between one of you, which is not allowing you guys to complete this. And maybe that person is holding a secret. You don't know. Could be you too. Energies are vice versa. Tell me what's coming in towards my Pisces, please. Two of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. You are definitely pausing and reflecting again. This is a second seven. You're trying to review your options, but while you're doing it, you're weighing your pros and cons. Should I not? Give me 1 second, guys. All right, so let's continue, because what's coming in towards you is another pausing state of you trying to figure out what you should do. I do see this Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck, which is basically telling me something casual, something in, out. You could be dealing with a fire sign, a lot of you, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You're definitely in this place though where you're not sure this can continue, because you're kind of, like I said, putting a pause in it. You're putting a pin in it. And maybe something happened. I don't know, but you're definitely reflecting here. What's the surprise for Pisces, please? What's the surprise? The Chariot, Cancer energy, and the Knight of Pentacles. And then there's the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck again, telling me you're either the mister or the mistress, the third party person doing this. And then Lovers again. Let's separate these cards. But I just feel as if Pisces, regardless of this whole situation, as you're pausing and reflecting, I do still feel like you're charging ahead in life. You're still not being held back. Regardless of the positive and the negative forces in your world, you're still charging ahead with your focus and whatever goals you have in mind. You're kind of just going slowly, though. It's like you're picking up the pieces of whatever shattered or whatever you feel like is not, working out or what have you. You're still moving forward. You're just moving forward cautiously. All right, let's continue. Let's see what the advice is here. Advice here for Pisces, please. Ten of Wands. And the Page of Wands. You seem burdened and overwhelmed, and exhausted as you may be, Pisces. Now's not the time to give up, okay? Because you've achieved so much. You have no idea how much you've achieved. But it is asking you to be a little bit curious to see what else is out there because of all your achievements, because of everything you've learned, because of where you've been and what you've been through with this individual and this person and or your circumstance in life. It's telling you keep fighting, don't give up, but also be curious and see what else is out there. Or be curious and learn information about your circumstance or your situation. We're going to see what else it's talking about when we clarify this. But you are very close to closing this chapter and being on to the next thing, the stable thing. All right, what is the outcome of the week, please? Sometimes I feel like for some of you guys, lovers could also be for better or worse, meaning the choices that you make that you are tied to, like an entity. So for me, sometimes lovers could also depict somebody I have to work with, a coworker, or an entity I'm tied to, a business function or a program or a company of some kind, something I'm affiliated with. I'm burdened by it, but I still have to keep going because I invested so much into it. This project, this person, this place, this thing. So it's kind of telling you to do that. Don't give up. Keep seeking more information and or see what else is out there. But let's see the outcome of the week. I see a King of Pentacles here. This is the opposing energy. This is Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy. This is a person that's very stable. They have their shit together. This could be your boss, a money man, or your lover. Or somebody that's coming in to bring you stability of some kind. I need you to understand that this person is in the upright position. So they're here for it. They're in it to win it. I don't know how you feel about them, but this person, how they are, they're ready to be in your space. But you, on the other hand, are the Two of Wands. You're at a crossroads. You're like, well, what else is out there? I'm ready to do the new thing. I'm ready to do the new chapter. Whether you want to or not, somewhere in your subconscious, on an innate level, Pisces, this is what you're doing. You're leaving the past behind and you're moving into the future. And you're looking out there and you're like, well, where do I go or what is it? But you know it's the new thing. All right? Like in this picture, you have two wands, right? The one wand is behind this person in the card is the past. You're not holding on to that. You're holding on to the wand of the future. That little globe or GPS or cell phone that she has, that's the map. That's the direction. And then the wand she is holding on to is the future. She's using it as a walking cane to walk herself into the horizon. The two together is the doorway. Walking through. You just haven't walked through yet. All right? Let's continue and see what's going on here. All right, Universe, Angel, Spirit Guides from my Pisces, please. Pisces, please. The Seven of Pentacles and the Moon, please. The Knight of Pentacles came out again with the Six of Wands. Okay. So the Six of Wands is usually when my person comes back to vindicate me or validate me, if I'm dealing with a lover. If it's not that kind of lover and it's an entity, a project, person, place kind of situation, then again, it's being vindicated and validated for your hard work. It's this person coming in to tell you all these things. It's definitely an ego boost. It's an ego bump. But that's at the bottom of the deck. And the Knight of Pentacles is you just, you're staying where you're staying because you're pausing and you're reflecting and you're thinking what you should do next. If you should keep investing in whatever you're investing in, whether it's a relationship, a person, a company, a career, a play, you get it. You're still moving forward with your focus. You're just going slow because you might be not sure. But what you are doing is you are moving forward just so you don't stay stuck. Just so you feel as if you're making some kind of movement that's upward and onward for you and your environment. And you will be vindicated and validated for it. Yes, I do see some hardships. Yes, I do see the blocks, obstacles, issues, the arguments, and the fights. But when this comes and goes and you clear the slate, the happiness comes, the sun. And then you're able to manifest that new thing you want, that new relationship, that new career, that new job, the new situation, the new environment, the new friends, the new people, the different. All right, so let's see what the Two of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups is, please. Please clarify. Here you are, weighing your pros and cons, thinking about all your options. Stay or go. Five of Swords. It's telling me about the challenge in your mind. I get it. You feel like you need to sacrifice something so you can find your inner peace, your center balance, or just to find balance in general, like literally within your family, yourself, or whatever. It's like the saying that we always say between our personal lives and our careers. We try to find a healthy balance. But sometimes we overwhelm ourselves with choices and decisions that we make in our life. And we put so much on our plate sometimes, Pisces, that we don't know. Or it's not that we don't know. It's just like you wake up one day and you're like, holy shit, look how much I've got on my freaking plate. This is like a lot. But this is what's weighing you down. And this is why you're looking at all your options. You know you have to sacrifice something. See in this card, I'll explain it and I'll break it down. This person is having an argument with his besties. And the besties are countering his argument. You're going to win this argument, but at what cost? Your friends. This person is thinking about taking all these swords away from the villain so the villain doesn't kill him. But they're heavy. He can't carry all of them. He can only carry 2 or 3. So he has to leave the 2 behind and run away with the bulk. And hope to God that he'll be, salvaged or fine. The point is, it's losing something in order to gain something. It's bittersweet, right? So you have to give up one thing so you can be happy in something else. It's to find your centerpiece and your balance. But you know what? Once you do this, though, at the bottom of the deck, I see it. You're going to find your wish fulfillment. Your cups will fill up again. All right. You guys are discerning adults. Please place it where it belongs. My readings, because there's thousands of you. The Chariot and the Knight of Pentacles, please. There's a Lover again. For me, sometimes it just feels like a situation that you're in. Because lovers is a choice. It's a decision. Do you feel the same way they feel? And do they feel the same way about you? Where is the balance? Because not only when I say do you have a choice here with this lover, I'm talking about you both coming together and finding a happy medium, a happy ground, where you go from here. Not just if they're your lover. Like, that's not your boyfriend or girlfriend. That's not even your husband or your wife. This is an entity. This is a person that you're connecting with. And if it's not love, this is something, the entity I'm talking about is your career, is a job, is a coworker, is something you're affiliated with. Look, and at the cross is the Nine of Cups. This is sticking out in the back of your mind like this. I'm like, but where is my wish fulfillment? So you're moving forward focused. Now, will it level up? Will you be promoted? Will you find some kind of way to create a foundation here? And you will. You will create a platform because this is upgrading. So it's going from lover to boyfriend, girlfriend. It's going from lover to committing a partnership, like a real one, like a legit. It's something like that. But I see you overwhelmed, emotionally guarded, tired, exhausted. Let's see what the advice is talking about, because it's definitely saying don't give up. Ten of Swords, ending and betrayal. Some of you guys are concerned about this ending and betrayal, whether you're doing it or it's being done to you. And Page of Cups, where the Page of Cups is like sort of like an apology, but done in an immature type of way. But it's still saying, regardless of this like ending or betrayal or this, like, sometimes cards are quite literal. It's like not just backstab, but it could be like quite literally surgery, hurt, real hurt, like your back is hurt, physically hurting. Now it's saying still just don't give up. It's over now, but the sun is coming out. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life. It's a new path. So keep curious. See what else is out there. What are their options? Or learn more information from this. Send a text message that's heartfelt, or receive one if it's coming your way. Whatever this is, it almost feels like once this is done, once this is removed from your everyday issues, you're going to be happy. The sun is coming out, and then you're going to feel totally unstuck. It's like getting rid of this energy and then, or dealing with this situation, and then you're done. You're good. What is the outcome here with this King of Pentacles? You're torn. Should you stay with this person, not with this person? Should you stay with this company or not with this company? Should you stay with this boss or not this boss? Should you stay with this entity or company or program or not? What should you do? You're absolutely confused and torn if you should keep investing with this individual. I don't see you being independent from it though, or being single. I do though see you making choices and decisions that will bring you to your balance or inner peace or inner calm. What do you see here for Pisces, please? In regards to just love? You deserve love. I think you've been extending or overextending yourselves, Pisces. So now it's time to give love back to you. All right? Or deal with somebody that's going to love you, especially if you have a lover. If they can't decide to be with you, then you're not making healthy choices and decisions together then. You're not finding that correct partnership. Now, let me see what the moon cards would like to say to you. Moon cycles. I don't know why I'm so fascinated by the moons. I am. And that's like your card in tarot. It's because you guys have such great instincts that you could be guided by the moonlight. Okay, let's see what you got. You actually got two cards. Nothing will come of this situation. Void course moon. And don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. Interesting. I think once I read this, you'll understand this. So full moon in Leo. Have you been letting your pride become an obstacle? Is the question you're asking about based on your ego, or is it from the heart? Leo energy is all about the heart. Think of a big-hearted king of the jungle, the lion. Its energy is magnificent, but when it's combined with the rush of a full moon, it could become a little over the top. This card may have come to you because you need to end a deadlock that has developed. More love and thoughts for the greater good are the solution to this dilemma. If you've not been doing so lately, this is a time to find a balance between your own needs and the needs of the people around you. This will help you with all your relationships. That was bang on, by the way, guys. And nothing will come of this situation. Whatever you're attempting to do, I think it's advising you that whatever you do, nothing's going to come out of it. And maybe you're better off avoiding it. Let me see. In a form of astrology known as horary, where the astrological chart is cast according to when the question is asked about and decided. It's called a void course moon, meaning nothing will come of the matter, or the situation will bear no fruit. This may or may not be good news depending on what you're asking, but for example, if you were worried about something, whatever it was, this card can be taken as a sign that there's nothing really to worry about. However, if you're asking about a new project of any kind, including a new relationship, it's a sign to adjust your expectations or change things so you can get a different outcome. Remember, this card can only predict what you're currently creating, and you can change that with both your behavior and your beliefs. I hope a lot of you stuck around to hear that last bit of advice and information. Everybody else, thank you for tuning in. I'll see you on the next one.